guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with another reaction to The Gifted. We are on season 1, episode 10. So we are at a crossroads here. The last episode ended on a pretty somber note. Like, honestly, my shows this past week have just been so depressing. My faves are not doing well, guys, and it's just not doing great right before the holiday season to have such a downer. Yes, last week we saw that the team attempted a rescue out of a trash facility, and Jace was one step ahead of them for once. He actually knew and kind of anticipated what they were going to do, and unfortunately, because Esme got in there and started meddling with people's minds and pushing them, she got them to kind of do an operation that they probably would have held back on, or at least tried to stay low for a little bit longer if it hadn't been for her meddling. So unfortunately, they walked into what it wasn't really a trap, but they did walk into a situation where they were not prepared to handle getting hit by not one but two strike teams at once. And yeah, unfortunately, we had some captures. Very notably, Blink, who just got out of a facility not that long ago. Dreamer was captured, as well as the Strucker kids. So this episode is called Exploited, and that's never a good word. There's nothing good about the word exploited, and I can't think that it's going to mean anything good for our captives. I feel like we're going to lose someone. This feels like the kind of show where a death might be imminent. It's about to get real, I feel like. I'm going to be very tense and potentially very angry by the end of this episode. But anyways, without further ado, let's jump into it, and then we'll have a chat after. Okay. Boop.
We need a more muscular strategy. Something with
some balls.
Esme?
Precisely.
I'm
something about mutants infiltrating the campaign. They just made some arrests. Where's Stephanie?
And the blonde's disappeared. Good thing you can't remember her name.
Hit Sentinel Services. Are you crazy?
Don't call me crazy.
Okay, everyone take it easy.
She wants to launch an attack on...
We saw men with guns cart away our kids while they cried for our help. So no, you sure as hell don't.
I'm not agreeing on it.
Look what you did, Esme. All right.
There is no...
Into this situation.
Look, guys, the enemy is not in this room. We're all
Actually,
in this together.
she's right there.
Set up some scouts.
Who's gonna save us?
Think you're gonna have to save yourselves on this one, kids.
What are you talking about?
You're familiar with the Hound program?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right, no. It's run out of that lab that you know nothing about. Don't worry, we will.
Wow. I wish he had taken more. Next time you're with him, take like his name, his wife, his childhood, just his existence.
You think you're going to escape, like last time?
You got lucky once, won't happen again.
Actually, luck had nothing to do with it. I made you guys look like idiots. It's a pretty good skill.
I'm glad to see your self-esteem.
Dr. Campbell, it's Agent Turner.
Damn it!
I understand you've been discharged from the hospital.
Damn it!
The other two are adults, they're convicted criminals.
We got a deal, Agent Turner.
Ooh,
A deal I expect
damn.
you to honor. Don't forget. But first, I'm gonna need your prisoners. All of them.
Well, I now dub thee Satan.
They're yours.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I come in?
You know, Esme's like a bad rat. I just need her to go away.
About what you said.
They came from that world. You know, part of them still believes in it. Still trusts it.
Or so they get a pass forever? They're allowed to cozy up with the
Dude,
people
it's
that
been like
hate
a
us.
month.
Lorna, their kids are in there.
Hey, that painting's the same color as her hair.
But this feels impossible. It's not. It's not impossible.
Clarice
only
being the
impossible
voice of hope. I like it.
We just need to hang on until then. Okay?
Something tells me that Dreamer ain't making it out of here. Oh, why are there spikes in the wall?
What's happening?
Hello. I'd like to play a game with you.
What kind of weird saw crap is this?
well lined with adamantium, extremely rare metallic alloy. Took a while to acquire.
We found some in a defunct military installation in British Columbia.
It's indestructible.
Whoa,
so it's perfect
throwback
for
to Wolverine.
exploring power.
Put up holiday decorations knowing that people were suffering, but
Welcome to humanity.
Hey, can I talk to you guys?
What is it?
The Struckers. They may have gone to talk to Agent Turner.
What? They went to a Sentinel service officer?
I know. I mean, I wasn't sure, but then I saw that they were gone, and I thought I should tell someone.
This little witch, I really need them to hurt her. Badly.
Day was that bad, huh?
Yes, because I'm now Satan.
No, I'm good.
Can you talk about it?
You know that I cannot.
Well, I sold my soul today
carrying all
for
of this on
some
your
revenge that's not gonna fulfill me.
I will get that. And you can get me a drink, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Things about to get messy, kids.
It's an idea about convincing Agent Turner to get everyone out of the lab. As if a lifetime spent behind bars is any better.
Can't
They just
stand
don't get
Esme!
it. They're human who are being tortured.
Every single mutant in that
Why
facility.
don't we just hear them out?
Sense! Finally!
Take it.
I want them out too. But we're gonna be dealing with a group of armed Sentinel service agents on high alert, along with trash security.
More
It could be a
sense.
bloodbath. But I have seen a lot of killing. I know where this goes.
That was the cartel, Marcos. This is so different.
Is
No, it
Is
really
Lorna?
isn't.
I have lost more friends.
I will never accept that.
Hmm.
Not for me. Not for you.
Not for the baby.
And definitely not for Arcade.
Coming to an impasse, kids.
Don't do what he.
I knew that was gonna happen. I just knew it. Well, thanks for playing, Dreamer. Can you focus it on the doctor? That would be awesome if they just obliterated him. This looks very Phoenix Force-y, hey?
I'll have a team on them in less than 5 minutes.
Wait.
Babe,
Is it true what she said?
Yes.
way more complicated than that.
Baby, what are you doing in our little girl's
Thank you! Baby, what is you doing? Can't she just make a portal big enough to cut your collar, Clarice? Come on. Come on, girl. Get creative with this stuff.
Incident right after I take all the detainees back to Sentinel Services. Let's go.
Jace, remember he's got a mutant that can stroke you out. So I'm saying, you might want to, like, detain him. Okay.
Send me in. If someone can get me close enough, I can scout security. Read one of the guards. See what I can find out.
Yes, please bring her. Maybe she'll get shot.
Maybe she didn't think it was right. You making a deal to let all those folks go to jail.
But it was her idea.
Oh, finally, puzzle pieces.
She was the one who's.
Taking out prisoners?
Yeah, that's right.
Which ones?
All of them.
None of your business.
Oh, I think it'll be all right.
All right. Listen, Aniston.
I've got my own plan. Thanks for the help, Marcos.
I told y'all, this witch.
It's time to turn off the collars. It's time to turn off your collars. It's time to turn
So she
off
can get in people's heads. That would have been helpful earlier. Snap! Jace got hit! Damn, Esme! Why? Okay, somebody needs to take Esme out in a hurry. And slow. Oh, no, don't kill the brother. Now it's personal, Esme. Now it's real personal.
Fire. 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 Fire.
This is terrifying. Truly, like, chilling, terrifying, those three. Holy crap, and that's only 3 of them.
They're killing everyone.
Who is they?
Can you use your words, please?
Time to go, boys and girls. The fun's just starting.
I will go with you. Oh, man. Wow. That was an interesting ending. I mean, I really don't know whether or not our group is in better or worse straits at this point. I mean, they're not with Sentinel, aka Trask anymore, but them Cuckoo sisters are just that. Cuckoo. Well, guys, that was episode 10 that was called Exploited. And I don't know, it was an interesting episode in the sense of we got to see, I don't know. I feel like we just kind of like, we did move things forward, but I'm not exactly sure where this is going to put everything as far as the story goes. Like, if we just jump into it, like, let's just kind of jump into a few things that kind of stood out to me in the episode. So it looks like the Stepford Cuckoos were all over the place, right? Esme was one place. I'm assuming it was Esme that was in the campaign office, and with that Montez guy, and that her other sisters were somewhere else, but they warned her that Sentinels, you know, infiltrated that particular office. So the fact that they said infiltrated says to me that the sisters were potentially working for someone or with someone to take down anybody that was trying to basically pass laws that were going to infringe on mutants. So it sounds like the Cuckoos, or at least one of them, it sounds like all of them, were infiltrating his campaign and potentially other, I'm assuming it's probably bigger than that. They were probably just going out and trying to figure out ways to dismantle these threats from the inside, but then some kind of tip, you know, obviously got them caught, and the two sisters got caught, but Esme got away. So very interesting piece of information that makes me wonder, who are they working for? Who sent them in to do this, you know, to do this recon or to take this guy down? And also, like, yeah, this is what I feel like, you know, the other faction, like the non-underground people, I feel like they might be the ones behind this, but obviously that door is wide open now for us to figure out who they are. And it also makes me wonder if the Cuckoos are planning on taking all of these mutants now back to that group to be kind of like, hey, we know you've been hanging out with, you know, the underground, but maybe you want to hang with us because we're going to try to take down this system from the inside. Kind of the Magneto-y, you know, brotherhood-y, potentially Hellfire Clubby group who are trying to do some pretty terrible things here. So that was a very interesting piece of information about Esme and her sisters. Also the fact that they are freaking terrifying. That whole thing at the end where they were just like, their eyes were all glowing together and they were just all like, that's some shining, dark, horror level. I just want them to leave. At this point, like, Esme, you got what you wanted. You used who you had to use. You know, got people killed. Please take your crazy ass family and just leave. Okay? Thank you. Peace out. We don't need to keep in touch. Just goodbye. Clarice. It was very nice to see Clarice kind of be that support for Dreamer. I kind of picked up on the fact that, you know, with Dreamer making this big sacrifice and with her talking about the fact that she didn't know how things were gonna, you know, get out, like how the whole situation was gonna work out, that it was impossible. Yeah, it kind of hit me that she was like, oh no, Dreamer ain't making it out of this episode. And especially with Clarice saying those fateful words, oh, Johnny loves you. I was like, Dreamer ain't making it out of here. She is not making it out of here. This is what's gonna clear the way eventually for John and Clarice, or what is it? People are calling them Thunderblink, I think I read somewhere. But it's kind of sad. Like, I mean, listen, I wasn't a fan of Dreamer in the sense of I felt like she was kind of fake in a lot of ways, and I also did not like the fact that she justified how she would misuse her powers at times, but I didn't want her to die. I wasn't looking for her to die. I just wanted her to, like, just, you know, go use her syrupy sweetness someplace else and leave, you know, my faves alone. But I am sad that she had to go out like that. It's definitely going to be a big hit to the underground in some ways, and obviously Johnny's probably going to feel kind of guilty about all this. Love the Wolverine shout out about getting the adamantium out of British Columbia. I just love how they drop all these Canadian references, although in the movie X-Men, that facility they were talking about was actually in Alberta. Just saying, I'm a Canadian, I gotta make these corrections for geographical purposes. But yeah, it was kind of cool to hear them make that reference again, harkening back to the 90s movies. Yeah, I just like the fact that they're kind of making it more clear that they are part of the same universe that we've seen in previous movies and the ones to come, most likely as well. Jace. Where to begin with my man Jace? Yeah, You know, it was clear when he was at home with his wife with that drink that he clearly is having a bit of a, he was having a bit of a conscience issue over what he was doing. But I'm glad that it took his wife, it took Mama Turner to be like, Jace, do not use our kid and what happened to her to justify doing horrible things to others, because that's where that whole cycle of evil and bad things comes from in this world of, oh, I'm gonna do evil to you because evil happens somewhere else. Like, that doesn't solve anything. It just makes more evil in the world, right? Either way, I'm just happy that Jace, well, at least that his wife was able to put it into perspective that what he was doing was an attempt to get revenge that is not justifiable by the death of his daughter. Yes, it was horrible. Yes, it was awful. But as, not Lauren, Lauren's the daughter. But as Mama Strucker said, you can't justify the death of your daughter by basically, inflicting something worse than death on our children that had nothing to do with that incident. Very happy that at least we saw that, and I think we all knew that Jace was operating more out of a place of hurt. But still, even with that pain, it bothers me that knowing what was going on, that he was actually just willing to keep spitting that justification. Like, it is very sad. Like, I guess what it means is that Jace is very much, he was on the fence of, basically getting to the point where he's like, I really don't care what happens to mutants anymore. I just want to make sure that, I get to see them all suffer. But now, obviously, with what happened at the end of the episode, oh, man, talk about like that little bit of faith he was trying to have in the whole maybe mutants aren't all evil is now going to be gone forever. I really don't see how. There's no talking out of this. Like, I don't even know how they could possibly explain what Esme did in a way that Jace is going to be willing to hear after watching his partner shoot himself in the head. I guess we might as well just go ahead and talk about Esme and her horrible, horrible plan. I mean, the plan was good in the sense of it worked in that it got her sisters out of the holding facility. It got them, to a point where they could be rescued. Killing all the agents was not necessary. That is terrorism for all intents and purposes. And it's so bad because now she went and that was probably part of her plan as well, is that now they've gone and basically indirectly incriminated everybody that was on that truck or on that bus. Strucker kids, Blink, included. Now all of the people on that bus are culpable. And who's going to believe now that the rest of them were just innocent? I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Esme was scared for her family. Oh, poor Esme. Yeah, I get that she was desperate. But again, I feel like, the end of this episode showed she's no innocent. She's not, I said, like, the fact that she was so easily and willingly manipulating people, using their thoughts and their personal feelings against them, that is evil in of itself. But the fact that she would smirk when it all went her way at the end, like, that's not normal. I would have felt better if, she'd done all that, but then later on you saw her kind of, wringing her hands or looking at least a little remorseful over the fact that she had to do this. She didn't. This was a game to her. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed killing those soldiers. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but for those who are Esme fans, Esme is crazy. Interesting we're seeing more and more, and like, especially with this introduction now, I feel like, as I said, that the Cuckoos are going to introduce the group to another faction of the mutants that are not, on the side of the underground, right? I think the underground are like, let's be pro-human, not pro-human, but let's at least work together and not be like, a separatist, whereas we're going to have whatever the group I think that the Cuckoos are part of, and they're going to be like, no, down with humanity, like, we don't need to work together. And I feel like now, like, the Strucker kids as well as a handful of those mutants are going to be exposed to this other group and kind of given the choice of, you can come with us and we're going to make sure you guys never see the inside of a cell again at any cost, or you can stay with the underground and most likely just get apprehended again in a few weeks when this all blows up. So I feel like we're going to get that, and seeing how the infighting was happening within the underground, again, right between Eclipse and Polaris, the two of them, very different sides of the fence, and I can see potentially if Lauren is exposed to whatever Esme's and the Cuckoo's group is, again, I'm speculating, that she's going to be very sympathetic to their cause, that she's going to hear a lot of things that she wants to hear right now because she is very scared for herself and her baby, which, pardon me, which is a very real fear. This was a great episode as well, guys. I don't know where this leaves us. We definitely have an interesting place that the world is at with Sentinel Services, aka Jace, now going to be royally ticked at what happened with the whole breakout situation. Whoever the Cuckoos are working for, and as well as the Underground dealing with the fallout from all of this. There's a lot going on, and still at least our mutants are out, and that was at least a happier outcome than a lot of the other shows I've been watching, so I'm happy about it. What did you think of this episode, guys? Are you as terrified of the Cuckoos as I am? And also, do you feel like that Esme was justified in what she did and how she executed that plan? And what do you think is next for the show? Please leave your comments and your predictions below. You know I love reading them. And if you like this video, guys, I'd really love it if you click that like button. If you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time, see ya!